Good morning. Few months ago, I began to ask the Lord for power, and in that period of asking the Lord for power, the Lord told me that you already have power, and I was like, I don't, and I was like, you do, and I began to I don't. I was arguing, and then he stopped talking. He didn't say anything again, and few weeks after, I began to read my Bible in Matthew chapter 25, and I saw that the master, when he was about going on a journey, he gave the servants talents according to their several abilities. And if you check your physics textbook, for those of us that are science students and those of us that did science in school, power is defined as the ability to do work. But sometimes many of us, we say we don't have power because our definition of power is biased. Our definition of power is one-sided. The definition of power is the ability to do work. So every believer has power. Although not all of us will operate in the same dimension, not all of us will operate in the same move. There are some persons, when they pray for you, you will fall to the ground. That is their own level of power. To some others, when they pray for you, you will not fall, but you will be liberated. Does that mean that you that did not fall, that the person that prayed for you did not have power? No, the person had power. He has done the work that was needed. He has carried out the assignment that was needed. Not all of us will operate in the same dimension of power. That is one thing we should understand. The guy with five was trading with the five because that was his ability, and he understood that this was my power and he traded with it. The guy with two understood that this was my power and he traded with it. But the guy with one was angry. I say, no, now, why would they give me one? They gave this one five, they gave this one two, they gave me one. That was his ability. That was his own power. If he had traded with that power, he would have made results for his master. But he did not fulfill his ministry because he was looking at what was given to the others, and his own was not satisfying enough. Some of us, the kind of power that God has given to us is mental power that can deliver men from mental slavery. Some others, when they pray for people, the sick will get healed. Did you not see that John the Baptist, he did not do any sign, he did not do any wonders, he did not lay hands on any sick and they were healed? But Jesus said John the Baptist was the greatest prophet of all time. Was the greatest prophet. Was the greatest prophet. But he did not do any miracle. So power is not miracle. Don't reduce the power of God to miracles. The power of God is the ability to do work. If you can teach people the gospel and their heart begins to long for Jesus, you are operating in power. If you can teach people the gospel and their heart begins to burn for Jesus, that is power. If you can tell people about the love of God and they begin to hunger for God, that is power. If you can lay hands on the sick and they get healed, that is power. All of us is not going to operate in power in the same way and in the same dimension and in the same method. That is something we should understand. Because the people you are sent to, not all of them need healing. Some of them need deliverance from mental slavery. Some of them need deliverance from mental slavery. So we all, God has shared these powers to us according to the assignment he has given to us. So do not look at your neighbor's operation and dimension and begin to use it to judge your own assignment, because that will be a problem on your part, and because of that you will not fulfill your ministry. Fulfillment in ministry is running the race, the assignment that God has given to you, specifically the way God wants it to be run. The way God wants it to be run. This is not an avenue for us not to contend for power. But what I'm saying is, do not judge the move of God in your life with the move of God in another man's life. Because God might be moving in that your meeting and nobody is falling. And then you say God is not moving. The power of God is not here. I am telling you this morning that the power of God is in that your meeting where nobody fell. The power of God was very evident in that your meeting where nobody fell. You taught the word and people got delivered. You taught the word and people got saved. People gave their life to Christ. Salvation is the greatest miracle. Salvation is the greatest miracle. God bless you. I love you all.